いけ翼。
Hi guys, welcome back to Tsubasa. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. T.K here to bring you a pilot episode of Team Build Analysis. In this video, we will be discussing how to build a toughness type Japanese team based on what we have seen and played against in the current meta. I'm using a toughness Japanese team myself, not the best example, but I feel that I have enough experience to share my opinions on building one. As mentioned, this is a pilot episode which requires some polishing up, so please share with us your suggestions and hit the like button if this sort of content is what you guys would like to see. Alright, let's dive right into it. Ike. Let's begin by talking about which team skill and formation to use. The most commonly used team skill is Super Solidarity for Toughness Japanese 15%, including Super Solidarity from Golden 23 players that provide an additional 2% for Golden 23 players. It's a popular choice due to its flexibility, allowing you to fill up to 3 players outside of the Toughness Japanese archetype. These slots can be used for players that will further strengthen the team in terms of buffs, synergy, and even counter against certain players. With that said, it's advisable to always go for players that can excel in more than one aspect. Rising Sun Pepe is a great example. He can be considered for any team that runs Roberto. He is a decent gold threat that offers other perks like 5% buff for Roberto and 3% for the attacking half of your team. Alternatively, you can consider using Extreme Awakening for Toughness Japanese 17% if you don't intend to field players that counter specific players, or don't mind playing a couple of non-archetype totems that are not capable of contributing to the gameplay since they don't get any benefit from the team skills. Well, it's not the end of the world carrying a couple of weak links, so it's something to think about. As for formation, a Go 3-2-3-2 or 3-3-2-2 formation with 10% physical bonus for Japanese players is a sound choice since it's the only formation that benefits all your Japanese players, including goalkeepers. But don't write off the 3-1-3-3 formation that comes with a 10% attack bonus just yet. You can always utilize it if you are going for an all-out attack playstyle trying to outscore your opponent. Going with a 3-1-3-3 formation means your central attacking midfielder starts the ball up front, making it possible for your attacking midfielder to match up with opponents forward at kickoff or game reset. You guys know what to do next, right? It is possible to switch formation and team skills during breaks after the new game update, a useful feature that is rarely utilized. With that said, you can start with a 45% Super Solidarity and Physical formation. Then in the second half, switch to 51% Extreme Awakening and an attacking formation, depending on the flow of the game, or vice versa. Now moving on to team composition. What you see on this presentation is the best possible lineup in our opinion, involving some players that are really difficult to acquire. Again, it is not the end of the world if you don't have all the pieces, since not everyone has them all, except for a small handful of players. Furthermore, most of the players listed can be replaced, which we will cover in a later section. Do share with us your opinions regarding the best possible lineup in the comment section. As for now, we will touch on some of the players in the starting lineup that are the foundation pieces of what makes a Toughness Japanese team unique and strong. Let's take a look at a few essential players with some of the more important mechanics that improves the team's performance. Golden 23 Izawa for his 20% chance of auto-interception for the Toughness Japanese and 5% debuff protection for Japanese players. Middle School Sawada for the precious 2% stat up, 5% for Toughness Hyuga and the 30% full power gauge head start. Finally, the obvious Oji-san that every Japanese team needs with his all-important 4% stats up. We would like to emphasize that Middle School Sawada plays a very important role outside of supporting his Toughness teammates and Buddy Hyuga with buffs. He ensures that it is possible to activate full power for at least 3 times in a single match, which could be further built on if you are playing 97 Arkai, Misugi and Ken. Being able to activate full power and additional time is often overlooked, and needless to say, a huge advantage that one can capitalize on when using players that have access to pedal to the metal, such as Super Dreamfest Hyuga, Middle School Matsuyama, and Rising Sun Pepe. Here are some of the players considered good to have but not a must for the team to function effectively. 97 Ishizaki, Misugi, Akai, and Rising Sun Pepe, as they bring additional benefits to the team on top of being individually strong. Well, maybe Pepe is only considered strong only during full power. Now let's take a look at the players in the starting lineup that are considered goal threats. Super Dreamfest Tsubasa is arguably the best goal scorer in the game, as he is pretty much able to set himself up for a shot inside the box. Super Dreamfest Hyuga is currently the best toughness Japanese forward period, and significantly stronger with his buddy Sawada on the pitch. And finally, we have Roberto and Pepe, not as little compared to Tsubasa and Hyuga, but still a decent candidate to score. As for the key players on the bench, Dream Collection Naturazor is there to get you a goal in the second half, as he is pretty much unstoppable. Furthermore, he generates 20% full power gauge after scoring a goal. Golden 23 Nita for his team skill. Dream Collection Jito is quite a capable defender when guessing correctly, and 97 Ken to take over Genzo when he is forced to make saves too often. Usually though, only Dream Collection Naturazor and 97 Ken would be considered for the second half. We would recommend a more direct playstyle, playing around full power gauge if you have most of the mentioned pieces that either build or benefit from full power gauge. With full power ready, don't hesitate to get the ball to Roberto, Hyuga, Tsubasa, Pepe or Naturazor and activate full power, as they have a good chance to get themselves inside the box with a quick 1-2 or dribble. Do try to score a goal as soon as possible after you activate full power, so your opponent needs to deal with the remaining full power duration when the game restarts. If done correctly, you should be able to activate full power for at least 3 times when evenly matched. This means that your opponent has to deal with your attack or defenses without full power more often than they would prefer. Without full power ready, you should always attack using Tsubasa, Roberto or Naturazor, as they don't benefit as much from full power. So for the alternative player replacements, we will only include players outside of our presentation and somewhat still relevant in the current meta. For goalkeepers alternatives, we recommend Middle School Nakanishi, Asia Qualifier Genzo, and Dream Collection Morisaki. These goalkeepers have full body stand as they are passive, so they will benefit from playing around full power, and most importantly, they are not taking up that precious solidarity slot. However, full body stand goalkeepers usually don't last more than a single half, especially Nakanishi. Toughness Japanese is in a unique position, having many relevant goalkeepers. This gives Toughness Japanese the flexibility to use more players outside of the archetype without needing to use up a solidarity slot for goalkeepers. If you intend to use a solidarity slot for goalkeeper, Dreamfest Ken is the obvious choice. Dreamfest, Espadas, Salinas, and Genzo could work too. For defenders, Middle School Soda and World Youth Toughness Ishizaki are both top tier picks for side defenders, as they both have Side Master for their passive. Alternatively, Dream Collection Matsuyama is your go-to defender, being able to bully with his tackle, and 97 Kishida to shut down flying ball nonsense. As for center backs, there aren't a lot of choices that don't take up a solidarity slot. Golden 23 Igawa is one of the prime picks, as he will most likely block everything and benefits from the additional 4% stats up if you are using the Golden 23 Super Solidarity team skill. Hidden Evolution Orion is another excellent pick for his buffs and defensive capabilities. As for defensive midfielders, Dream Collection Matsuyama fits the bill once again, or you can consider 97 Kazuo if you prefer having an excellent auto-interceptor. Diamond Ace Misugi and 97 Sawada are very good choices as well if you can spare a solidarity slot. Moving on to attacking midfielders. Hidden Evolution Nagatsu Tsubasa is a fine pick as he is still effective against Japanese and comes with a huge 5% debuff for non-Japanese players. Or Football Legend Tsubasa as is synergized very well with full power. Middle School Matsuyama is a great fit as well due to his enabling capabilities and passive. You might want to consider the Hidden Evolution JY Misaki as a possible goal threat, which is pretty effective. A great choice for those lacking scoring options. For those who are using Super Dream Fest Hyuga, Dream Collection Sawada is a great alternative for middle school version as he is able to provide 12% buff for Hyuga single-handedly. Lastly, for forwards, you might want to consider Crushing Lightning Hyuga for alternatives if you can't spare any solidarity slot. Honestly, he's not the best pick, but it's not like there's a whole lot to pick from. Do share with us who else can fit seamlessly into Toughness Japanese archetype in the comment section down below. Now, Super Dream Fest DS in contrast is an excellent fit if you don't mind using up a solidarity slot. He is mighty strong during full power due to his pedal to the metal passive and he gets an additional 4% buff from Roberto. Dream Collection Hino, a very capable scorer that is likely to slaughter most World Youth players. Finally, using 97 or Stormy Hyuga is not a bad choice too for those that choose to run 97 Sawada. Alright guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and do let us know if you would like to see more of such content by hitting like or leaving a comment. For those that are new to the channel, remember to smash that subscribe button. Check out the links in the description section to learn how to support us financially and the sparkling new dedicated subreddit for Captain Tsubasa Dream Team. I'll see you guys in the next one. T.K. fading out. Bye bye.